Hi guys, and welcome back to Barrie Real Estate TV, a semi-weekly web series I'm doing in partnership with 705contracting.ca. You may have noticed we've taken a few months hiatus. There hasn't been any new videos since just before Christmas, and I apologize for that, but there have been a ton of changes around here, as you can probably see behind me. We're ready to get right back at it though and bring you new content each and every week that will help you make the most out of this real estate market and the most out of your investment. I'm your host Luc Bouillon, a real estate broker now with the Knowles Woolsey team at Remax Hallmark Che. And today we're going to talk about how you can be best prepared to compete in what is an increasingly busy spring market. Stay tuned. So guys, we're sitting here as I record this today. It's March 2nd. I'm downtown in our waterfront office. We got a ton of snow here if you're from Barrie over the last weekend and late last week, and most of it has already melted. It's supposed to rain today, which for March is kind of crazy. It is a flurry of activity out there. The spring market is in full swing and people are kind of going crazy. I'm not going to say that we're right back to where we were at the height of 2017, but we are very close, and inventory is so low that people are just kind of scrambling if they're not prepared to compete in this market. It doesn't mean that there's not things to buy, and it definitely doesn't mean it's not a good time to sell. It's a great time to sell, but there's opportunities for buyers as well. It all just comes down to being prepared. If you're talking as a buyer, we like to talk about here at the team something called build your dream team. And what this means is you need to have all the steps and people in place so that when that perfect property pops up for you, you are ready to pounce on it and make the most out of that opportunity because someone else will. For example, we see something pop up on the market. Sometimes they're holding offers for a couple of days. Sometimes they're not. Even if they are, sometimes someone will push in what's called a bully offer to try and snap that property up. And you might not even get a chance to see it if you're just looking online or you're waiting for different websites to email you listings. Those can be a few days behind, whereas as realtors, we can of course see that listing pop up on the MLS system the moment it's listed and make sure that we are putting our best foot forward to get you in the door and make sure you're one of the first people who can see the property and ultimately put an offer on that property. But in order to do that, you need to be prepared to make that offer. So for part of these steps, obviously you've all heard about being pre-approved. And there's some differences to that as well. Obviously you can go online. There's apps now where you can get a rough idea of whether or not you'll be approved and how much you can afford to spend and that sort of things. But these are not diving into your credit, and they're not pulling up all the documents that would be required to make sure you're actually going to qualify for that loan. Sometimes you're walking into your bank and you're talking to the teller and says, hey, do you want to speak to our mortgage person here? And they say, oh yeah, based on your income, you're going to be approved. You can spend $600,000. Again, that's not a firm pre-approval. You need to be submitting documents. You need to have your tax returns, your pay stubs, whatever is required by the mortgage broker or the bank specialist to make sure that you are actually approved for that property, so you're able to go in with confidence in your offer. And you're not going to have to walk away from that deal at a later time. So talk to me about who we can put you in touch with who makes that happen. Some banks will do a firm pre-approval. Mortgage brokers, more specifically, will usually go into detail about what you can afford to spend and lay all that out for you. And this can all be done ahead of time. It's relatively painless. You just kind of send in the documents they ask for. They will sit down with you and go over all of their prerequisites, and you'll know exactly what position you're in. It doesn't cost anything, and there's absolutely no reason not to be prepared. And again, we've got great people who can help you with that. The other side of it is, again, obviously working with a realtor, but we're going to be able to monitor the types of properties you're interested in and send those out to you. It can be on an instant basis when they're listed. It can be hourly, it can be daily, it can be weekly, depending on how focused you are in a search. We don't want to flood you with emails, but we also want to make sure you don't miss anything, so we can cater that to you. But we're going to be able to see those properties again before they're listed online and make sure that you are one of the first person to see them. So we'll send that information very detailed to exactly what you're looking for, and you're going to get those listings right away, and we're going to make sure that we have time set aside to show you those listings right away if there's something that's going to work for you. Another part of that, though, is as we get into this spring market, we're already seeing multiple offers again. Some properties are going 2, 3, some 10. I've heard 70 offers on a property a little bit south of here, but even in Barrie, 10, 5 on offers on a property is not unheard of right now. So sometimes if a property we think is going to be very hot, especially if you're in that under $600,000 price point, it might make sense on certain properties to do what we call a pre-listing walkthrough inspection. When we know we're going to be making an offer, and you don't want to be waiving your home inspection right off the bat because there might be some concerns there. You want to make sure that you're buying a sound investment. Other offers might be coming in with no home inspection condition and they're going to beat yours out, but you want to make sure you get an inspection, and as you should. We have inspectors on call who will come with us for a showing in advance of making an offer, and they'll do in that hour, they'll check out all of the majors in the house and just give you an idea of anything that you should really be concerned about, and basically just make sure that you're putting an offer on a sound property, and that doesn't cost very much. We can work that out with you, but they're able to give you that peace of mind. And of course, if you want them to come back after you purchase and do a full thorough inspection and give you a report so you know what little maintenance needs to be done and whatnot, they're going to work that out with you as well, and there's some discounts there if you've done both and that sort of thing. But the key is that you can make an offer and you can be confident what you're purchasing, whereas other people may not have that opportunity. They're going in blind, and you don't have to. There's all kinds of other ways we can get into this as far as things that are going to make you more powerful in your offer, and it's tailored to every individual home and then every individual budget. So this is why we say talk to us in advance. Don't wait till you see a property online that you say, you know what, that's the one for me, I need to get in there. First of all, it's going to be too late. You're going to miss out. You're not going to have all these steps prepared. Talk to us first. We'll put a plan in place to make sure that you are best prepared to purchase that home for you. I hope you found this information useful. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or topics you'd like to see covered in future videos, please do reach out to me. You'll find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. And any of us here at the Knowles Woolsey team are always happy to chat. Please give me a call. We'll talk to you soon. I've been your host, Luke Bouillon, and I hope to hear from you.